back to the stream. Rumble.com/techdown, YouTube.com/techdown. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We've been getting a lot of new members lately, and I appreciate that. Today we're talking about why ASMONGOLD got banned, and I'm gonna hopefully break this down because this happens every other month, just like it happened to me every other week before I decided to leave Twitch indefinitely, if not permanently. To be honest, right now I'm looking for a reason to delete my entire Twitch channel because I think that platform is for fucking fat. Can't say that on YouTube, but the issue is here is ASMONGOLD got banned. Now, I'm going to show you some context. I'm going to show you the clip of why.
Yeah, this won't end well.
Again. And I'm going to talk to you guys why
it is definitely not going to end well.
Why low IQ sheep, cattle, run the internet. So a little bit of context from NMP here real quick. This clip, I haven't watched it.
Oh, I don't like listening to this guy.
It's going to be relevant to today's video, so let's watch this a little bit.
You went to Hasan's birthday party, you made a big fuzz about it. Yeah, because Hasan is an A-list celebrity, and he helped get Abdul something elected in Michigan.
A-list celebrity, what?
It's like being invited.
Yeah, he got Abdul, Ahmed, Ahmad, Jihad, Alu Akbar elected into Michigan. Oh, okay, great. So we're going to talk about why Hasan got Abdul Jafar elected into office, and we're going to keep on watching this clip.
Yeah, he got the Aloha Snack Bar elected.
This is rage bait, I'm sure.
I make stuff up.
Here we go.
You do. Here we go. Me and Hasan are the most lied about people on the internet.
So NB decides to go live and say that.
Yeah, he's just doing that for the clicks. Most lied about people on the internet. Give me a fucking break, dude. These people are so fucking weird and disgusting.
Nicholas Palm is the most, or Nicholas Palm.
Like, they don't give a fuck. They don't want to make things better. They're just in it for themselves.
Palm and Hasan are the most lied about people on the internet. Nick, come on. Let's
it's literally ASMONGOLD.
Let's relax. I know you got to vouch for your boy here, but this is embarrassing. I promise you, nobody needs to lie about Hasan.
Or Jesus Christ. He's probably the most, but out of people that are, you know, physically in our sight, ASMONGOLD is the most lied about person on the internet. Maybe Trump, but I think it actually is ASMONGOLD.
Because the truth makes him look fucking horrible. And I want to remind you that there is a clip of Hasan that just resurfaced that I posted on my Twitter. 5,000 likes in 1 hour. And these are Hasan's own words. So let me show you what Twitch thinks is permissible, what NMP thinks that people are lying about, and let's just hear how Hasan thinks about immigration and America. Let's talk about it.
We're going to keep bringing in immigrants to this country on purpose.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Just so they can fuck your sister. And then maybe even your daughter. We're going to destroy the white race, bitch. That's what we're here to do.
Did he actually say that? I'm going to pretend that he did, and there's no further context, because there usually isn't any further context. Even if he's, in quotes, joking, he probably is completely serious about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, man. When clips like that exist of a human being, I really don't think that anybody needs to make anything up. So Hasan wants to import infinite illegals into the United States of America.
See, we already knew that. That's what makes it worse.
To fuck our sisters and fuck our daughters.
Which is what Muslims want to do.
Which, by the way, that's pedophilia. And when somebody has clips that bad, as well as self-exclaiming and admitting that they went to a brothel with child sex-trafficked minors at it, and he had a quote-unquote great time, yeah, I don't really think that's somebody we need to lie about at this point. By the way, Nick, if you would ever like to talk about any, I got my podcast, you got your podcast, let's talk about it. Because Nick, and I'm going to go on record, I actually like Nick quite a lot.
I don't. I think he's going down a bad road. I think he's an absolute moron, and he doesn't know what he's getting himself into.
I don't know how he has been brainwashed into saying these things, but it bothers me. It does. It bothers me. Nobody's lying about Hasan. The truth is well enough as it is. So here is the clip that got ASMONGOLD banned, and we're going to talk about it.
It's one of my favorite clips.
Essentially, I'm going to explain to you why low IQ retards dictate punishments in the world. They are running our courts. They are running every HR department. And liberal white women love empowering retards that...
And recently, you can see that they destroyed Blizzard and BioWare, just like everything at EA. That's why they got sold to the Saudis.
Destroy the lives of takes they don't understand because they're not service level. They're complex and they require a bit of thought, something that people of today's society don't want to do. So I'm going to tell you what people think ASMONGOLD said. ASMONGOLD says he wants to shoot children in the head. Now let me show you what he actually said. We're gonna write this down on a notepad. So this is all what they're pretending they said. Now let's watch the clip.
I think he's being a little hyperbolic because I think he would probably lean more toward what I would want to do. I think that we should be like, oh, you're just gonna give us your children? Well, okay. We're going to radicalize them against you.
Again, and we're gonna break it down. Here we go.
Is shoot them, problem solved. That's what I would do. That's what I think they should. I think they should just shoot them. Like, I've said this before.
Context: 60,000 Moroccan Africans illegally force migrated into Spain all at the same time, using women and children as shields. That way police could not enact justice and remove them from their country.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that we should just take their women and children and then kablooey
60,000
to them. Keep the women and children.
60,000 criminals all breaking into your country, and force and using the law is not allowed because they used women and children as shields. Let's keep going here.
Like, I know that it might sound like, oh, well, you shouldn't do that. I have no sympathy for doing that, and I would do that in a second.
Who was it that in World War II, I think, or was it World War I, where a submarine, like, they had, like, ice cream and stuff, or it could have been a boat. I don't know. I heard this story long ago. But they had ice cream and, like, butter and stuff like that. And when they were given all of that stuff, it radicalized them, and they were like, wait a minute, everything was a lie. And then, yeah, they kind of just became Americanized at that point. I'm sure there were other factors involved, such as, you know, not brutalizing them and actually caring about their life as a human being.
Because it's the right thing to do in the long term. You can never look at, in a very, very isolated incident, you could say, and there's always, this is emotional blackmail, right?
Yes.
Where you can't shoot these people, they have kids with them. Well, then don't bring your kids.
Exactly.
If you don't want to get shot, then don't bring your fucking kids.
I think that we should go full fucking video game. And instead of shooting them, we got the discombobulator. Discombobulate them, and then take the women and children, and then, you know, whatever we're gonna do after that. We might not kill them. We might do something else super sci-fi. We have the technology. All of the money that was taken to us by fraud, we just put it into shit like that.
Now, this can sound heartless. Now, let me explain to you what he means. We're going to explain this multiple times throughout this clip. So,
I'm not going to say that he's wrong for it.
Illegal criminals from Africa are forcibly invading other countries, and they're using their women and children as kids. ASMONGOLD's solution is to shoot them all. Now, you could say, well, why is he going to shoot the women and children? Because the problem is that an extreme measure needs to be taken once to ensure that more women and children are not being put into the line of fire and the line of danger in perpetuity. We must put our foot down.
I think we need to black ops their asses, you know? And we'd be real sneaky about it.
Once, because the issue is, if criminals see, oh, I'll just break into this guy's house with a group of kids, that way they can't shoot me, more and more kids in the long term are going to be used as sacrificial pawns for criminals to enact behavior and criminal activity as they see fit, and police officers are not going to be allowed to do their job. This isn't our problem. It is their problem they're presenting us with. We don't want to do this, but it's our only choice for the safety of our countries. An extreme measure must be taken once to ensure it doesn't happen again. And if you want...
I'm not going to disagree with it, but I would do it differently. I'm not going to be mad at that take.
To know why they're doing this, they did the exact same thing in Iran, where they built a elementary school on top of their military base. So if anybody retaliated against their terroristic activity, they would say, oh my God, they're bombing the children. They are doing emotional blackmail on not just the United States of America, but everyone on this earth. And they're doing that by weaponizing the lives of children and women. And it's disgusting. And the reality is they have forced our hand. Until we say this shit's not going to work, they're going to continue to bring children to war zones and say, hey, as we rape your women, as we bomb your countries, as we destroy your families, as we destroy your lives, and as we destroy your countries, if you shoot our infants, you're the bad guy. And I don't think it's a good idea to be allowed to weaponize the lives of children.
You know, I think we're much cooler than that, though. I think that we could, we could solve this whole situation. But there are just forces in play that won't let us, and that's what's getting us to this extreme point.
To enact terroristic threats. Let's keep going here.
It's really simple. You mean you'd shoot adults and deport the kids, right? Well, I'd shoot whoever.
We got, like, sound blasters and shit. Like, all we really need to do is just riot control. Just make sure these fuckers don't get through the border. Make it as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah, I'd shoot whoever. I mean, if it's kids, women, men, anybody, just shoot them. They're going to stop coming over.
Yeah, the problem is there are people that just won't fucking let us do the things that we really want to do. So this is the point we get to.
It's really that easy.
Because if you don't do that, they'll use children and women as shields to get themselves over.
And there it is. They have forced our hand to do something truly barbaric. It is not because we want to. It's because these people have forced us to do this. Otherwise, the sovereignty of our nations will be completely dismantled. We are not the bad guys for doing what needs to be done. They are the bad guys for making this event occur. And that's the truth. And everybody knows.
And then they'll put more women and children at risk because they know that they can use them as collateral so they can get more of themselves over. That's the way it works.
Exactly.
That's the way an animal thinks, and these people are animals.
Yes, they are.
Savages.
I do agree with that.
Absolute fucking savages.
Yep. Let's go ahead and pull this up real quick. Data not available. Never mind. Every single time something seems slightly racist to Grok, data not available. Isn't that convenient? Let's keep going here.
Hamas tactics, terrorists. Of course you don't want to do that. Doesn't mean you want to do it. But you have to do what you need to do in order to enforce.
Oh yeah, if they're obviously terrorists, yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm just gonna leave that one up in the air.
Enforce your borders, man.
Yep.
Like that's the way it is.
If borders aren't enforced, then congratulations. The United States is about to mow over 90% of the countries overnight and take all of your resources. I promise you, borders are a good thing. And by the way, if you think borders are a bad thing, leave all your car doors unlocked. Leave all your safes unlocked. Leave all your doors unlocked, okay? If you really feel like borders are a bad thing, sleep outside in downtown Detroit with no clothes on.
So I have a strange take on this because I think that not having borders is where we want to be when it comes to a government-enforced border. I think it should be enforced by the people. And we should not be letting people come here. I think everybody should be for America, gun owners willing to protect America and American values, but unfortunately, we don't got that.
Why are you wearing borders on your body? Why do you have those? Why are you in a house? Why are you locking your car? Why are you locking your house? Why are you locking your windows? It's for our safety, obviously, because evil people exist. And in controlled environments, it's a lot easier and more practical to control people with nefarious means than living our lives lackadaisically. And it's also a nice way to agree, this is mine, everybody else can fuck off. It's really that easy.
People are too emotional.
Yeah, why do you have a pit bull named Princess? True.
To see that? Yeah, I mean, like, again, like, it's, you can't make decisions that way. And I understand the way that I talk about this might be a little bit extreme.
It's really not extreme. The only people it's extreme to are retards who aren't understanding that sometimes criminals and...
I think it's extreme in a different way. I think we can go a little bit more extreme into the sci-fi. But also, unfortunately, there are forces in play that won't let us do that.
Terrorists force us to do things that we don't want to do, that we must do in order to maintain the safety of our earth, not just country, of the earth. We cannot make people think that using women and children as sacrificial lambs is an okay thing to do or permissible in any regard.
Be a little bit, unemotional.
Captain Credit with $20. Welcoming these criminals into the country is like inviting a libtard into a Discord chat. Oh, trust me. I dealt with 2 libtards yesterday. That's the reason why I ended stream yesterday. These 2 libtards are so afraid of me. They refuse to talk to me directly. and they have to use one of my friends as a mediator because they can't even be in the same room as me because they're so afraid
That shit's
of me.
dumb.
And by the way,
That's so dumb.
I've met these people before multiple times. I've been nothing but kind to them. But these people know that I'll call them out on their bullshit if they try to sling any of this shit to my face. And it's embarrassing. And then they were talking about a case that I've talked about before.
I've lost friends because they just cannot handle me.
And they said, well, Tectone said this about these people, and they said this. And then I showed them via a mediator, the exact same person admitting that they lied about what they said here, but they wanted to believe the person on the initial claim, but then they didn't want to believe the person when it was documented that they lied and they admitted to lying. And they say, well, actually, he just thinks that because he's misogynist. And then I was like, oh, okay. So we're another one of those deny reality. The only thing that exists is my imagination, huh? Love those people. Love those people. Guys, remember, reality doesn't exist unless it's inside their own brain. And it's embarrassing because when you meet one of these people, they are
Holy
going to
shit, you're just gonna
radicalize
keep going.
the fuck out of you.
Okay.
And short term, they're going to have a lot of power because outrage culture is everything. But the reality is that the more people are exposed to these parasites of human beings, these absolute waste of space, their actions are going to speak louder than anything else. And when people become aware of what they're doing, how they operate, why they're doing it, people aren't going to buy into this reality because it can be verifiably disproved at your fingertip. They might gain a couple more retards every.
I'm okay with being alone, you know? I could be alone forever. I could just revert back to the woods. I know how I can have the things that I want to have. I am prepared for the apocalypse, basically. I can keep my power going forever. So I can check out on all of this shit.
every now and then. But
I am dangerous. I am a dangerous person for this weird, disgusting bullshit web that we have as a culture.
anybody who's capable of doing their own research, they are completely powerless to. Anyways, back at it.
Emotional. I wish we had more people like me.
I don't. I think people need to shower. I wish we had more people like me.
I wish we had more, because we got too many pussies that are too worried about the optics of something rather than
I love how he's calling people pussies and he just doesn't leave his house.
the reality of it.
That's true, but I also do that more. Anyways.
The reality of it is that if you allow people to use kids as a shield to come over, they're going to use kids as a shield to come over.
Very true.
And that's going to cause a net increase of child exploitation.
Obviously.
A net increase of child suffering. And it's better to just say nobody can come over and shoot anybody than try to create winning solutions for these people so they can take advantage of them by further exploiting those groups of people that you think you don't want to shoot.
I think shooting is what everybody goes to immediately because that's what the military has taught us that they're for. But I think that we could fuck with people, man. I think we could do some crazy shit, but just they won't let us unless it goes to shooting. Because that's all that anybody understands, really.
Yeah, which, by the way, I said this 3 months ago. Now ASMONGOLD is parodying it, and that's okay.
Oh, but doing a sound blaster... I forget what they're called. I'm gonna call it a sound blaster because I'm a retard. Oh, they're using a sound blaster. That's a war crime. I'm like, would you rather me fucking kill him? Like, come on. I don't want to do that. I'd rather do the sci-fi shit.
I don't mind. He's my buddy. He's allowed to do that. Is what it is.
That's just how it is. You say you shoot kids? Yeah. No, that's. I mean, obviously that's what I said, right? I mean, like that's clearly like. I mean, that's like I don't know why. Like, why would you repeat it to me as if I didn't say it?
Yeah.
That's literally exactly what I said. That's the reasoning for it. That's my logic. That's exactly what I would do, and I wouldn't even have any question for it.
Once again, we take no enjoyment in it. We don't want to do it. But it is something that terrorists and criminals have forced us.
See, there's a problem there too. They don't want to do it. I want to do it, but I don't want to kill people.
Good kind people to do for the safety of our own people. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna say something crazy. I don't give a fuck about random illegal immigrant criminals more than my own people. I don't, because those same illegal immigrants have been parasites in our countries making our blue-collared workers' life harder and harder, taking 40 to 50% of our tax dollars to support their welfare, fucking can't get a job, lazy fucking asses, while they rob and pillage and rape our country. So no, I don't give a fuck more about illegals than my own people, because I'm not retarded.
Come on. Well, I'm gonna pull one more up. Keep the kids, deport their families. What do you think the kids do? The kids grow up and they resent you for supporting their families to turn to terrorists.
True.
Well, that's why I say we try and radicalize them. We put them in re-education camps, if you will. And I don't know about deporting the families that don't comply.
Just because someone is 5 or 6 years old doesn't mean that they're going to become a good person. It doesn't.
But they could. So when they become 18, if they're still fucking rabble-rouser, you know, I'll leave it there.
Just because someone's 5 or 6 years old doesn't mean they're allowed to break the law. Keep them where they come from. If they want to come here, they can do so the legal way. And I'll be real, I'm being lenient as fuck with that, because I don't think that's provided any net positive on the country whatsoever.
I don't even think they should come in the legal way. I think we should have some crazy stuff. We need a moat with alligators, you know? We need a giant wall. We need discombobulators and sound rays and fire.
No. You present a very specific scenario, just shooting into a crowd, and now there happen to be kids too? Of course.
No, I would like to say, not all migrants are created equal. That's the goddamn truth. East Asians are fucking owning on every metric. Like, bro, there should be, if you're an East Asian, you should have like the skip the line fast pass like they do at Six Flags to get into America. And that's the truth, because they commit the least crime, they're the most educated, and they provide our country with the most profit and the most net gain. They shouldn't even have—
Yeah, and a lot of people will be like, well, they're gonna outnumber us. Like, okay, well, if you're not having enough babies, whose fault is that?
to do any paperwork. Like, we should have a red carpet for East Asians to come into our country whenever they want. Yeah, oh yeah, and Norwegians and Scandinavians.
Yeah, as long as they, you know, if they're going to be for their country, they live in their country and they just come here for work. I'm cool with that. But if they come here and they're going to live here, they got to be fucking American. They got to be American through and through. They got to completely forget about their previous country and integrate.
Absolutely. And then you should have Somalians and say,
I have some ideas of what we can do with some Somalians.
Sorry, you've been randomly selected to be screened. And if you want to know why I'm saying that, I would like to remind you that over 90% of Somalians, 90% of Somalians that have come to the United States and have been here, not for a couple of weeks, for over 5, 6, 8 years, all of them are still on welfare.
Yeah, I think we go up to them and we're like, hey, you want a job? And we find them a job. We move them wherever to do that job that is needed to be done. And if they don't want to do that, then they're going to get a job.
If you can't integrate into a country after 5, 6, 7 years, get the fuck out. Genuinely. You're lazy and you're dumb and you're not trying at all. You're a parasite on our nation. Leave. We have no obligation to take care of retarded children. What happened to Asmon? He got banned because people were too stupid to understand what he was saying.
Because that's the reality. Because if you have kids in the crowd...
No, I think a lot of people did understand what he was saying. And they want all of this shit to keep going.
Then kids are going to get killed in the crowd. Then you're going to use the emotional weight of the kids getting killed in the crowd as a justification to not shoot the crowds.
Yep.
But you think that shooting the crowds is the
At least he's offering solutions, you know what I mean?
correct option,
Yep.
which means that you would be
The leftoids just want it to keep going.
okay taking the risk of killing the kids, which means that killing the kids is somehow acceptable, which means that doing that is not a big deal, and you'd be okay with it as well. You're ignoring how the sausage is made because you don't want to feel bad about the outcome.
Yep.
But the reality is that any way that you logically deduce this reality...
Because here's the reality. Everybody here loves pork. Everybody here loves sausage. Everybody here loves chicken. We all love, especially my black community. Every one of y'all loves meat. Now, would you want to eat it every day if you had to watch someone take a samurai sword and slice their head off and pull the meat off? A lot of y'all would say, no, probably not.
I would.
The reality is, a lot of good comes to this world by making sacrifices. We don't.
Let me tell you, I had a duck. I liked the duck. We all liked the duck here on the farm. And it got killed by a fox. And we immediately, me and my roommate, we cleaned it, we gutted it, and took the breast meat. And we had a little prayer. We prayed over the duck, but me and him and the kids were the only ones who would eat it. And everybody else wouldn't because they were friends with the duck. And I was like, I was friends with the duck too. I'm eating it out of respect.
We don't want to do these things. We do them because we must. And you can't ignore how, exactly, you can't ignore how the sausage is made.
You will immediately come out with bad behavior.
I understand my audience is a bit harder than the day-to-day, but the majority of people would say no, and they would say, actually, I'm vegan, which actually makes me a better person because I don't eat animals. Oh my God, I don't eat animals because I'm vegan. Oh my God, I'm such a good person. Shut the fuck up, retard. Have you ever met a vegan that wasn't fat, ugly, and stupid? Straight up.
You understand?
Yeah, some that were like deathly skinny and crazy. SSRI eyes. You know what I mean?
You just create a human shield defense? Of course. All I'm saying is don't pull the kids aside and shoot them if you had a choice.
If there was a choice to summon a divine lord to come in and put blessing of protection on women and the children.
I mean, they would get affected by the sound blasters too. And by the way, I don't know if we could actually viably do that. That's kind of just a joke. But I think there are crazy things that we could do without killing them that we just aren't allowed to do because they're considered a war crime or they're considered brutal. But if we kill them, then we get the same amount of pushback either way. So, like, people are just like, might as well go to the extreme, even though it's not really that extreme.
Obviously, it would be done. Obviously. You know?
It's only extreme if we're living in a utopia where everything's nice and we don't have to do things like this.
Like if Michael could descend from the heavens and bless and protect them with his wings. Sure, but that's not possible. It's not possible.
I don't think they should pull them aside. No one wants to feel bad about the outcome. Well, of course, I mean, like, yeah, actually, I don't care about feeling bad about the outcome at all. I care about feeling bad about that I did the wrong thing. This is the kind of guy that falls hook, line, and sinker for the Hamas propaganda because he can't see past kids. It's so sad, man. It's honestly so sad, the amount of people that are emotionally captured by this.
Yes, and the other thing is, what you guys have to understand is, people who are saying that we should just let them come over value random criminals over their own people. And I don't. I don't. America is my home. America is my house. And we pick up after ourselves in my house. We clean up after ourselves in our house.
See, I have a very, very simple way to solve this. We just deport all of the commies. And then we don't have to worry about the immigrants because they're not going to be coming over here either. Because it's all the commies who are allowing all this shit to happen.
We take care of our house. And I'm not going to let people be in my house that are ruining it. Absolutely not.
Well, I mean, we keep the commies here and we should get them out too. I think first. I think they should be the first to go because they're the ones that are pushing back against us, trying to fix everything.
Absolutely not. So once again, ASMONGOLD was banned because people were too low IQ to understand his take. And after watching all of that, they still got, oh, ASMONGOLD said he thinks children should be shot for fun. No, nobody said that. Nobody ever said that. What he said was, these people are forcing our hand to do something horrible, but we must do that for the safety of our people. And it's very simple. I've said this many times, and it's crazy to see ASMONGOLD get banned for this because enough people bitch and whine about him on social media. Anyways, God bless you. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here.
Yep, this is not going to end well for Twitch. If they leave ASMONGOLD banned, then he's just going to go somewhere else. And if they unban him, then he stays, and then his audience is going to get bigger. And it's just kind of a lose-lose for them. They've kind of fucked themselves into this corner.
Welcome back to a series so cooked, even Gen Z subscribed. In today's video, video.
Yeah,
A Gen
okay.
Z TikToker and quote disability advocate is going viral after she posted a video of her on a wheelchair apparently being unable to go up the stairs. After
Oh,
people
man,
go
I
out
saw
of their
that.
way to try and help her, she reveals that she could just walk up the stairs anyways. People have also
What
found
a
other
bitch.
videos of her doing stuff
This is
that
the part
looks
I saw.
particularly mobile. This prompted a storm of videos on Twitter of people calling her out for allegedly faking or maybe exaggerating disabilities
Whoa,
for
wait,
social
wait.
media attention. They call her out for seemingly ticking on command
I saw this. I got really into like fake Tourette's people content. I saw this video.
while having Tourette's, and her live streams where she seemingly didn't tick at all or as much. People are also canceling her for claiming
Oh man, who was it that I watched that was talking about this? I'm sure if I looked it up, I'd find it immediately.
to be queer while
Dark,
having a
maybe?
typical hetero relationship. They claim she's attention seeking. Everyone is mad. Hasan has backtracked after claiming he was going to sue CNN for saying
Wait. I think it was the official podcast.
he abuses his dog. He claims they apologized, but no apology was given. Queen of Femcells Caseytron has been unbanned on Twitch despite getting caught driving under influence.
Yeah, we see what Twitch is all about. They're gonna ban ASMONGOLD and then unban this piece of garbage, and she's not even gonna be arrested. Like, what the fuck? Come on. She did it in front of millions of people, and she's not gonna get arrested? Are you kidding me?
She's now crashing out, calling people incels, and justifying driving while high. Hasan is very angry that the media is attacking him for being controversial. He has responded with his own threats, claiming
Is he
he's
really?
a psychopath. Whoa. Don't mess with this guy.
At this point, I think he's just poking back because he's realized that the left is insane. He just has to become more insane, and they will side with him, and they hate the right. So everybody that he hates is on the right. How about that?
He is very mad after a black politician called him out for being a divisive figure causing destruction. Subscribe or you become a mentally ill TikToker. You're cocked.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, so we're back talking about Gen Z. This is like that Ratatouille meme for half of you with the nostalgia. If you didn't know, I used to make like 500 Gen Z videos on my main channel because my generation keeps doing dumb shit. Anyways, so apparently a clip is going viral of...
To be fair, I think that all generations are doing dumb shit. It's just that Gen Z, you can see it more because they're online. The older people, they kind of just do nothing and they go to protests and shit.
This girl named Zara. Here we have her bio: disability advocate, author, content creator, neurodivergent, and wheelchair accessibility. So the wheelchair is a large part of the content, and that's relevant to today's topic. Basically, she posted a video where she's in a
Be what you wanna be, Barbie girl, or something like that.
wheelchair, and she can't actually
Even disabled if you decide.
go up the stairs. So whatever will she do? Well, it turns out she just gets up, right? And disclaimer, this entire video is entirely my opinion.
Absolutely nothing will prepare you for what this wheelchair user does when the chairlift at
Of course, ASMONGOLD reacted
the
to it.
train station doesn't work. This has 17
I can't get away from him, man.
million views. Yes, I've been waiting for this coverage. I didn't even know about this.
The lift's down. Rip. Here's what happens if you're a wheelchair user and the lift breaks at the train station. This was Manchester Piccadilly, and when I arrived, the lift was broken and I had my chair and attachment.
This chick is all about the pandering online and the virtue signaling, but pretending that she is the victim with the afflictions. What the fuck? This is actual... I don't know what you'd call this. She's a psychopath.
spoke to the staff and they brought down a stair lift. The first option was
These are the kinds of people that go crazy in Dead Rising that try and murder everybody.
the built-in stair lift, but this actually didn't work. They figured out that it was broken, so that was 2 options completely down. The second option was a small portable stair lift, which didn't look as sturdy, and I was quite scared of it, not gonna lie. But they brought it down anyway, and when we got to the bottom, we realized that my chair wouldn't fit onto it. I have quite a long wheelbase with my attachments, so we couldn't do it. We'd just gotten off a flight too, so I couldn't even—
Why is she in a wheelchair? Oh man, and her voice. Who watches this? I just really want to know. It blows my mind every day to find new shit that I'm just like, why? Why does this have viewers?
detach my attachment because it was physically taped together and we didn't have scissors. So in the end,
Are there actually people out here that buy into this shit?
Because I'm ambulatory and I did have a bit of energy on this day, I offered to walk up the stairs while they carried up my setup. The staff were really helpful in this case, but I'm not sure how it would have been fixed if I couldn't walk up the stairs. Travel is really unpredictable anyway, but if you add in being a wheelchair user, you never quite know what's going to happen or how to get to your destination. So
She keeps saying wheelchair user.
traveling with a disability is a roller coaster.
Right.
Oh, okay, she said disability that time.
I mean, it really is a roller coaster when you're watching your favorite disability advocate in a wheelchair, and then they just get up and start fucking walking up the stairs, I guess. And that's like after somebody spends like 30 minutes to an hour trying to help you with this, right? And this is a crazy clip to actually post yourself. Now, obviously, I'm aware there's a lot of nuance to this. Yes, it's entirely possible that you have a condition where some days you could have more energy or be able to walk, and some days you can't. But
Is this new? Like, I thought she had Tourette's.
I find it interesting that first you will inconvenience everybody else, right? Make sure that they are annoyed. Make sure you have your social media video of people desperately trying to help you. And then when you realize, oh shit, okay, well, I gotta use my superpowers here. I gotta show them that I'm actually Spider-Man here and just fucking start walking up the stairs. You got those Wolverine healing skills suddenly. See, the problem is one video by itself is...
It's to blow their mind for them to be like, oh wow, the wheelchair user stood up. Wow, that's crazy.
Whatever, right?
Like, I'm not gonna question why they're in the wheelchair.
But as you look at more and more of her profile and just how many convenient disorders she has, the nuance will slowly evaporate. Apparently she has Tourette's, FND, autism, and apparently a slew
I can definitely believe autism.
of chronic dynamic illnesses or something that just come and go depending on the day, the mood, the energy, and I suppose if it gets social media views at the time. And the thing is, we saw a lot of...
Dude, TikTok is actually a fucking scourge. It is a plague.
This in Gen Z, right? Where there were a lot of people like faking disorders, or they at least exaggerated for social media attention. I don't think she's entirely faking, right? She obviously does have serious mental issues, but some of the stuff we will see is very sus. People responded, wow, I'd be pretty pissed if I tried helping multiple ways and you just walked up the stairs anyway. Filming while walking up the stairs was wild work. Yeah, I probably should have turned off the camera for that one. Imagine you spend 2 hours trying to help someone.
But the social media clips and those people commented on it.
In this situation, and when you've done everything you can, probably
Look at that! 22,000 likes! What the fuck?
a bit frustrated. She just gets up and walks up. After getting the staff to do all that, and then you could probably walk up, not cool. Genuinely like a comedy skit. Lift doesn't work, lads get the stair lift. Oh, it's faulty, lads get the backup lift. Oh, it's too small. Oh, don't worry, I'll just walk. That legitimately looked like satire, I won't lie. Not gonna lie, if I spent half an hour...
It was definitely her being a fucking bitch for views.
Sourcing lists for stairs, the person just walked, I'd lose it. 130k likes. This went crazy viral.
Yo, that's fucking crazy.
Few videos ago, and it's just her like skating. As a
what the fuck is going on? Is this what it feels like to be in an idiocracy? We are in an idiocratic system.
Full-time wheelchair user, this pissed me off so much. So we have legitimately people who act.
This pisses me off to no end. Like, I can't help but to laugh. Like, holy shit, what?
Actually have disabilities, and
these are the types of people that are running the entertainment industry.
They're like really pissed.
This is the
worst part is you walked so quickly, you weren't even slow. Okay, I don't know if that was like sped up or whatever. I don't want to be here like hyper analyzing every frame. So apparently people found some videos of her like doing gymnastics, and I totally get why
that just makes it even crazier, the fucking gymnastics thing. Oh my god.
outrageous people.
I'm not ready to get mad.
So they actually don't hear my tics. And when I'm distracted, I don't tick as much.
I'm
and I don't
starting
have
to
as
get
many
mad.
symptoms.
Guys, I'm starting to get mad.
Well, like, what the
Trying
fuck?
to do a COVID test with... Wait, she has Tourette's
I don't
too?
want to see this. Dude, I've seen so many Tourette's videos that are actually real. I can tell this bitch is faking it. She's just like being fat about it, you know what I mean? They don't seem like they're actual tics. It seems like they're motions that she's forcing.
Close your eyes, sorry. Oh no.
Seizures and fainting in class? Wait, what? Small seizure.
Oh, she got everything.
Absent seizure. Absent seizure begins. 2x speed? So she's recording herself. Like, I'm sorry, guys, but this is fucking ridiculous. I don't want to come off. Okay, I do want to come off as insensitive. This seems like another performative that acts weird for fucking attention. I came out of this faint and went straight into another. I can walk good on some days. No way. This is what.
Skating. I feel really tall. Sometimes I can't move my legs at all, but on really good days like this, I can do something.
Oh my god.
Yo, she is stunting on them, that's for sure. So a lot.
Dude, and like, oh my god, who watches this?
To dissect there.
I'm done with
now,
this.
Apparently, the
move on.
explanation here is that some of the gymnastics videos are older, but she still posts them now because she wants to show what she could like do before or whatever. But clearly, even now, she is able to, walk and be mobile and do actually a variety of things.
This shit's crazy.
And it comes and goes, right? And that's the entire problem with this, is that a lot of this disability stuff comes down to trust, right? Most people...
And it hits the leftoid empathy brain just right in the right spot. They don't even care if it's real. It's all performative.
People will blindly believe something that somebody tells them because most people generally have empathy. We want to understand.
That's
we
what
wanna
I
be
said.
Understanding. But there's certain people, a certain subsection of attention seekers that take advantage of that to get more followers and even sell books apparently and make it their entire personality.
Jason Schreier.
Yeah, so on our Instagram, the first post, the pinned post here is
fuck.
I wrote a book.
She's got a book too. They've always got a book.
And the entire book is her story about, her growing up and stuff, which is fine.
Who the
and then
fuck
obviously
cares?
being disabled and
Who cares?
a wheelchair user, the Tourette's, everything. So
All right,
obviously
Helen Keller.
there is some sort of incentive here to exaggerate things or portray it in a certain way because it's monetarily beneficial. She's making a career out of this. Not to mention every single social media post is about this stuff.
Yeah, this is gonna end well.
Or even on her TikTok. And obviously when you look at some of those videos with some of those tics that are so, outrageous and convenient for social media attention, you just sort of start to see a pattern where clearly...
the movements. It's the movements. They're not, like, snappy enough. They're not quick enough like tics.
In these videos, they seem to be more exaggerated or just happening very conveniently on time as if it's on command, right? Right, so anyways, a lot of these videos are going viral and some of them just look utterly ridiculous. It reminds me of Tics and Roses. This was another person who went viral for allegedly faking some tics and stuff.
If it was just the wheelchair stuff, maybe this person faints often. Maybe they have epilepsy that's really serious. This is the same girl.
Nope, this turns out she's just retarded.
You're a penis. Whoa,
The woman exposed for using a wheelchair for being able to walk and do gymnastics claims to have multiple other conditions, including Tourette's syndrome, autism, and full body paralysis, which seem to go and come on a whim. I don't know what to say. Why is it that she doesn't do,
5 years now.
I think she started off mimicking symptoms that other people would have on TikTok whenever they were showing off symptoms. I think it is another mind virus. It is basically an extreme version of what happens to leftoids whenever they get into this same think.
Now, and I have learned a lot. I've had so many different experiences being a wheelchair user, and just that a wheelchair can really
This shit's just so gay. Look at the flag. She got the flag.
change your life. In the UK, there are not really drop curbs places. It isn't accessible to physically, but the average wheelchair, I'd say, like a Quickie Nitram, is about £2,000 or £3,000.
Dude, look at that.
Fuck. Fuck. Penis.
Yep, gotta have the pee-pee in there. That one's just a classic, of course. And once again, I really want to be empathetic and give her like the benefit of the doubt or whatever. And I'm sure she's suffering with some sort of things or whatever. But sometimes I feel like what happens is that
I have no empathy for content creators, especially ones that turn it into a career. If you're using your disability in quotes as your content, get the fuck out of here.
you suffer and it's not captured on camera, and we just can't be having that. So then you might as well replicate that same shit that was maybe happening off camera and then do it on camera on command, and then maybe do it a little more severe than what had happened off camera. And in a sense, you convince yourself that, hey, I'm not actually faking this or doing anything like that. It's like this weird sort of self-justification, but in my opinion, you're still being a scumbag. Honestly, it just looks so disrespectful and annoying, and I can't imagine how some people feel when this becomes like a spectacle to them, right? Because we know the people who are fucking watching this content are genuinely just people who are completely able-bodied or whatever. They just like to be part of this empathetic squad or whatever, and the people who are generally suffering are just completely off-put by this.
Hey, they're not just fans of that one person either, the way it works on TikTok, because you get fed a bunch of people in the same niche.
Shit. They're like, oh my god, she's making my suffering a spectacle for social media attention and likes and monetary
and a bunch of other people. It's like a cult, man. It's a cult
advantage. This feels like less for advocacy and more for your own attention, right? So
and other people fucking get in on it, man. They love it. They love to give people attention.
Her videos are going viral on Twitter are laughable. She constantly develops new takes to keep the grift going. That's what this person's saying. Here she explains how she now has the swearing takes. Coincidentally, this was around the time that the famous Scottish guy with genuine Tourette's was in the news for his outburst at the award ceremony.
I am bringing back an old series.
I remember
where
that.
I tell you guys
That was
what
pretty
my
good.
latest
That was my favorite part.
developed tics are. So here are the tics that I have most commonly at the moment. Number one is obviously my meow. I've had this for years, and I think it's because I have a cat, but I do that constantly. It's my most common tic. And a lot of my tics at the minute are actually coprolalia. It's been ramping up and getting more common. So I actually have one which is inspired by Harry Potter. It started as bloody hell Harry. That one. It started as bloody hell Harry after I watched Harry Potter. Fucking hell Harry. And now it's fucking hell Harry. Along with that, I just say fucking hell.
It's very conveniently timed, you know.
The word. There's so much swearing in this video. Another really common one I have at the minute is anything to do with boobs. It's titties. There you go.
Wait, so how is she taking on command? I mean, I gotta give it to you. You're pretty impressive. You have great control, like it seems. I'd say she's really an expert here, guys. She got the Harry Potter tics on lock. Now listen, I don't think any like single video
Yeah, how trendy.
Proves that it's fake or whatever. I know a lot of people are saying that, oh yeah, she's just faking everything.
I also don't give a fuck. Do something cool.
Believe that. I'm pretty sure she does actually have some stuff, but I feel like after watching this, you could reasonably say that some stuff is being faked, right? Some stuff is being exaggerated. You're perfectly entitled to have your opinion here, especially when the evidence looks so insane here. I totally understand why people are skeptical. When you put this content out there, you are going to invite that scrutiny, right? And
yeah, you get the brain dead people and you get the morbidly curious people.
There's no real way to know unless you spend like 24/7 with her, and even then, some people are, you know, sociopaths. They could convince you of anything, to be honest. We've been through these situations before. I've played these games before. People responded, I thought tics were uncontrollable. How is she ticking the frick out exactly as when she's describing them? I don't know the nuance of it. I mean, I want to be, for the sake of my humanity, be like, well, you know, maybe she re-recorded the video 600,000 times to get it perfectly the way she wanted. Or maybe for social media attention. I despise her and all who are like her. This is somehow more egregious than the stairs video. If this is my daughter, I'd kick her out of the house.
Yeah.
It's sickening she has millions of social media followers. Made this into a career.
Dude, yeah, the replies are my favorite part.
Selling books about it. I've never genuinely disliked someone as heavily as this person. She enrages every single fiber of my existence. Yeah, I totally understand why people are mad. I mean, of course, it's one thing to be LARPing about, you know, whatever, but disabilities are just one thing that, you know, people genuinely fucking extremely suffer from. But I feel like the second you try to lie about it or even exaggerate it in
Man, she dresses like she smells like cheese.
any form, then you just lose all your credibility and then everybody's just going to call you a faker, right? So ignoring the fact that she can do the tics on command, they don't appear on any of her other posts. She isn't talking about boobs or meowing when she's waiting for a lift at the station or doing the backflips. Disgusting. Yeah, I don't know how to explain that. Holy shit, Anusha was probably exaggerating it. I had no idea it was this to this extent. This is full-blown Munchausen. Okay, I don't know how to fucking say that. It's like when you pretend you have a bunch of illnesses, right? She seems very aware of her tics. Each time she has one, she laughs knowing what she did. With Tourette's, you're typically aware you had a tic, but not what happened. Here she's pretty aware of what happened. Her response gets more dramatic with more dramatic tics. Okay, I don't know. Like, nobody's an internet psychologist here, or like, and nobody's like a disability expert, obviously. So, but it does look sus. Checking the camera to see if she looks good when she's performing, that's crazy. Now, apparently, she got into another drama. She says that she's queer, but she has a boyfriend. She's in a typical straight relationship.
Yeah, you got to get those social media clicks.
Got
to get all of them. Got to tick all the boxes.
Possible that she's bi or some LGBT.
All the disabilities.
Or whatever, but people have noticed that it seems to be a trend with people who have a million conditions that they seem to take the entire package of attention seeking in any form possible and make it a huge part of their identity.
It is June, which means it is Pride Month. And as a lot of you may have seen, I describe myself as queer. Now, if you scroll through my content, you will see that number one, I have a boyfriend. I am dating a guy and I identify as a woman. That places me in a position where I look straight. So many of you assume that I cannot be queer because I am now dating a man. There is more than one way that somebody can be queer.
Are you
Sexuality
bisexual?
is a spectrum. People like me who feel like they don't fit into a certain category.
She just wants to be special.
Yeah, because she's so different and unique.
No tics on her live. It's nuts.
That's why there was 100 fucking letters in the LGBT plus QIA fucking LGTV whatever.
She found a cure.
To this point, I have an arm moss and it's
Elemental P.
I crochet turtles and stingrays. And I was like,
I don't know what's wrong with these people, bro. I really don't. This is going to be like an opinion that maybe is like a little bit, it might be too much. I think that there's a lot of white girls that aren't able to cope with the amount of white guilt in society. So they have to invent neurological disorders and other ways for them to be part of an oppressed group so they can offload their guilt onto somebody else and not feel like they're doing something wrong.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's actually the case. That is a theory that people have. There are people out there who feel that, hey, I actually have no problems.
I think they're just a bunch of retards. Anybody that kind of retarded, deport them.
Let me actually make up shit. Let me pretend I'm a...
She's so retarded that she has retarded herself into a commie.
Press so that I can go on social media and cry and whine and try to get attention, and it obviously works. She has a ton of followers here. Or maybe you are a little oppressed and then you dial that up to 1 million, 10 million and make an entire career out of it. Try to sell some books, sell this story of your life. As for the live stream segments, again, I haven't watched all of her live streams, like every single one. It is possible that you don't take...
Dude, of course she took up crocheting. Every time.
Sometimes everything is possible. Is it probable?
I dated a girl like her for a long time. She didn't have Munchausen or anything. Well, she kind of did, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But it wasn't anything like Tourette's. She just thought she had all these neurological disorders.
That is the question, right? Not likely. This is like the question of, did Dream cheat in that Minecraft speedrun? There's no way to prove it, except that it had a 1 in trillion chance. So naturally, everybody accused him of cheating, and he vehemently denied it. And then a year later, he happened to admit it and being like, well, actually, I did cheat. I just didn't know that I cheated. So she might come out and be like, well, yes, I was exaggerating, but I didn't even know I was exaggerating, right? I guess we'll check back in a year. But I just find it awfully convenient. You have the most crazy mismatch of 50 different conditions that conveniently activate exactly when you need it, right? And whenever it inconveniences you, you just shut it off temporarily and just fucking walk up the stairs, or, you know, don't take or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the Hulk. Don't make her mad or she's gonna stand up out of the wheelchair and kick your ass.
I mean, it's just a lot of shit for people to believe. If I had to guess, I'd probably be more skeptical. People responded, the actual diagnosis is narcissism. When victimhood is currency, you get counterfeiters. Some days I'm blind, but the other days I can see fine. Ultimate rage bait. This was the original rage bait, okay? Except it's very profitable. Attention is a hell of a drug. Clout disease. Been saying it for years. Schrodinger's disabilities. The person she's with is an enabler. They're both psychopathic. Yeah, I don't know anything about someone who chooses to be in a relationship with someone like
Sex.
this. Ticks and Roses is founder challenger. I like how everybody remembers this person. Disability maxing is a new bingo card tile for me. The rainbow flag on her wall was the most expected thing in the history of expectation.
Yeah.
She deserves a standing ovation. Oh my god. That's a good... Okay, you win the comments. You win the comments. Right, so remember how Hasan said that he was going to sue CNN for defamation because they said that he abuses his dog?
Hasan Piker is an influencer who abuses his dog on camera.
I'm assuming
He
This
wins.
is true. This is like actually true. It happened multiple times with multiple dogs.
Kaya, please just fucking go back.
Zap.
Stop.
Well, it turns out he's instantly backtracking now. Hasan claims CNN issued a correction over a panelist calling him a dog abuser.
Did they?
They issued an
No, I bet they didn't.
apology.
They
Yeah,
never
this is
apologized for shit.
complete fucking delusion. This was not an apology at all.
Didn't you say you wanted to sue the CNN guy who said something about Kaya? Yeah, they already issued an apology.
What?
They issued a correction in a later broadcast. CNN did? Yeah, no.
This would be a first.
CNN did. It was the next day. The next day, CNN came out and did one of those like course corrections because the panelist that they had on was saying I'm a dog abuser. I'm a dog abuser, and I was shocked by it because I was like, even Fox News
He was
doesn't
shocked.
do that level of defamation. So it was yeah, they did it on air. Yes, I was shocked. I was shocked by it. Yes, I'm gonna keep saying shocked. But they aired a correction later. Jonah Goldberg from the Dispatch was the one who made that defamatory claim. Yeah, he said I abused my dog on camera.
Hasan Piker is an influencer who abuses his dog on camera. And he's very
It's true
popular with a
things.
certain fringe bunch of people out there, but he doesn't care if the
Terrorists.
Democratic Party succeeds.
Yesterday on the show, one of our panelists made an unexpected comment.
Yeah, he wants to take over the Democratic Party with his Muslim commie values.
About Hasan Piker claiming that he abused his dog. Hasan Piker denies this claim. All right, we'll be right back.
That was an apology. What are we doing here?
How is that an apology? Is this guy delusional?
What?
I mean, yes, of course he is.
Did his audience actually buy that? There's no way.
They just said the facts of you deny the claim. We know that. We know you deny it because you're a massive liar. You lied about the events like 15 times. But this isn't an apology or an admission of guilt.
I can't believe they actually said anything about that.
They're just like, oh yeah, that's what he said. They're
I
not
can't
saying that
believe
it
they
didn't happen. They
clarified.
still have their opinions. Only this guy's delusional enough to spin it into an apology. I'd say actually go ahead and sue them. I mean, you got a great case, of course. As long as you didn't tamper with evidence, of course. We'll see that in court. Mr. Tape over the shock collar and remove the prongs, right? So then he says that they actually like hung out with Hasan's dog and they should know that he doesn't abuse it.
That's not a retraction. Bare minimum. Those
Oh, that I don't abuse it all like when you're around, so obviously I don't abuse it whenever I'm alone with the dog.
fucking snakes.
I definitely don't do. Never mind.
Yes, Jake Tapper definitely hates me more than anybody else. What's really funny is Donnie O'Sullivan is a person who has done a documentary on me on CNN and has been around Kaya and myself and could literally attest to it. Like they could just be like, hey, Donnie, you've been around Hasan Piker quite a bit. You've been around Hasan Piker and Kaya quite a bit. Do you think that Hasan Piker abuses his dog? Obviously, they could just ask that question to Donnie O'Sullivan. You need a hollow iced cold lord.
Do you think most people who beat their wives are gonna tell people that they beat their wives? I mean, come on here, man.
Where to stick these fucking people when they slander your name? Dude, I can't. I don't have time. I don't have the bandwidth to do that. I don't have the time or the bandwidth to just like go through a convoluted legal battle, especially when there's no guarantee because defamation is very difficult to prosecute. CNN is already covering their bases when they say that. The reason why they're issuing a correction, not a retraction in that moment is to cover their legal bases, to be like, look, this is a claim that was made.
But they didn't apologize.
We cannot confirm nor deny it, but then they just like, I gotta have to go to Jonah instead of CNN directly? Like, how do you think it would look if I'm like, if there's a headline, Hasan Piker sues CNN?
Yeah, it's gonna look the same way it looked when you threatened to sue me. Not very good. The entire internet turning on you, and you get made as a laughingstock. It's honestly pathetic, dude. You should stop talking about lawsuits entirely because it's getting embarrassing. And of course you're gonna...
Especially when you don't care about the American legal system.
Treat your dog differently in front of people, right? I don't imagine there's a shock administered 24 hours a day. And he knows this makes no sense. Obviously, we're talking about a specific incident, not what happened after. And like the fact that he said that that red shock color is proof that he didn't shock his dog already shows you that this entire story is a fucking lie. Imagine being like, I saw his wife one day, guys. She looked pretty happy that one time. There's no way he's abusing her.
That's what
like,
I was
it makes
saying.
no sense. It's obviously bullshit.
I didn't watch this video beforehand, by the way. It's just so easy. So easy, man.
Purposely obfuscating because he's a scumbag. But of course, make another empty lawsuit threat, why don't ya? Community noted, Hasan Piker's claim that CNN issued a correction or apology is incorrect. The official transcript shows no such correction or editor's note. See the sun, and it's just a tail clip. Pulling the tail, bro. Crazy. Reminder, he never addressed this. He refuses to even look at this clip.
That's all you gotta do, because his moron audience, they're not gonna look at anything that's gonna go against Hasan Piker. If there's something that seems like a hit piece, they're not gonna have it, and if it is a hit piece they accidentally see, then they're just gonna pretend that they hate him, and it's all fake and lies.
Or apologize or anything. Hasan, CNN is so mean to me. They told a story. Moving on to Queen of Femcells, Caseytron. So quick recap, she recently got banned on Twitch for DUI driving.
That she did.
Because
and she should have been arrested.
He couldn't stop smoking.
No, sobriety test me, bitch. Sobriety test me, breathalyze me, bitch.
Well, turns out this is Twitch.tv. Caseytron unbanned on Twitch, of course.
How about
we
that?
need all the reckless drivers in the world on this one platform. Her 5 viewers will be enthralled. At this point, a girl could commit vehicular manslaughter live on Twitch, and then will be approved as Twitch partner. I have a family member whose car was hit by a drunk driver. They're both okay, but the child passengers died. I do not understand why Twitch continues to enable streamers with a history of intoxicated driving. That's a question for Ultimate Gaming Load, Dan Clancy.
Nothing ever happens until it does. That's exactly what they're thinking. They're thinking nothing ever happens, nothing's happened, nothing really bad's happened yet, but they're not thinking about when it actually does because they're retarded, and it keeps getting worse. More and more of these incidents keep happening with more and more people jumping on the internet and with people just kind of getting dumber. It's not that people overall are getting dumber, it's just it's just because the dumb people are getting dumber.
Thank God we have her wonderful content back, guys. So anyway, she responded, justifying it again, and welcome to the Caseytron game. How many times will she say the word incel in this clip? Comment below.
Like, they're all acting like I was, like,
17.
inebriated, drunk, just, like, it's like, go touch grass and go outside. Like, I wasn't even banned for drinking. I was banned for smoking. I was banned because I hit my marijuana pipe about 20 minutes before I went.
Which is also fucking illegal, you moron.
And drove.
She is admitting to committing crimes now.
To McDonald's. Okay, which I understand why they made the decision, and I do think that high driving is a thing. However,
it's a thing. It's not a thing. It should be illegal. I like to smoke also. I just don't do it when I drive. I don't do it when I go out in public.
Do I think that I was too high to drive in that scenario? No.
You're always too high to drive if you have any kind of anything in your system. If you are not 100% sober, you should not be driving.
I do not. Like, I think that high driving is a thing, but for somebody who has the tolerance that I have, like, I'm literally a medical marijuana patient. You know, it's like...
Yeah, and you shouldn't be fucking driving while you're high.
Like, I've had situations where I've been like, I'm too high to drive, but it usually takes dabs, edibles, you know, not like a single hit off my pipe. Like, I drove fine, you know, but anyway, it's just like another one of those things that the incels are going to act hysterical
there's one. Oh, he's
about.
counting for me.
And it's kind of funny because I think the incel hysteria makes it even more unbelievable.
Here we go. Take a shot every time she says incel. You'd probably die from alcohol poisoning.
You know what I mean? Like the same way that incels like go around acting all hysterical about Kaya's collar. It's like you literally just like
Where the fuck did that come from?
You literally just
It's just what is on her mind constantly.
help my situation because you look like a hysterical loser who's hallucinating shit
Her whole personality is just, I hate the chuds, I hate white men.
online. You know what I mean?
Whoa, 3 incels only? Damn,
Yeah, that's crazy.
some low numbers.
That's what's the opposite of a record? It's a record for her to not say it so many times.
You gotta up those numbers, Casey Tron. But of course she makes this about Hasan and his shock collar, bro. How did you even bring that up? That just makes you look even worse because everybody knows what happened. You're so stupid, it's actually sad. By the way, 260 subs. God damn, that's lower numbers than I do.
But still, who's watching this?
Bro, she's making like $600 a month or something. Tragic. The fact that anyone pays for this content is legitimately impressive.
It's another thing, they're fucking paying for it. Dude, it blows my mind. Like, my brains melt out of my ears. Like, my mind already got blown once. That's why I'm a bionic chicken now. I'm a cyborg. Because half of my head exploded from just my mind being blown at how stupid humanity is.
Must be all the femcells. Also, what is this justification? She's literally like, guys, I'm actually always high, so I have a tolerance for it. So I specifically should be able to drive while high, guys. Holy shit, just take the L. Oh my god. You deserve a permaban for putting people's lives.
You deserve jail. Probably just like maybe a few days, but still, something.
In danger, but you got a slap on the wrist instead, and you're still crying about it. Holy shit. She probably wants to smoke in the car, dude. Holy. Right, so Hasan is now mad that people are using him as an attack vector. Basically, anytime a creator or public figure associates with Hasan, they get a ton of backlash naturally because he's controversial. So he decided to go, Demon Time!
Haley Stevens urges rival to distance himself from Hasan Piker. I'm trying to analogize this more adequately for your stupid fucking boomer brain to comprehend. Putting me at the forefront of your attack ads is not going to work. You are a fucking idiot.
Oh boy, he doesn't know what's happening. Okay, so the Republicans, by doing this, they are making Hasan Piker stronger, yes. But if you're paying attention to the Democrat Party, they are completely split in half right now. There's the commies and the socialists versus the liberals. And it's hilarious to watch, and they're just destroying themselves. Because you need them both to be unified, or they got nothing. And they are completely divided right now.
You are paying fucking idiots. You look extremely out of touch. You look extremely online. I can't believe a 35-year-old Twitch streamer has to literally tell you this. But you are stupid
oh my God.
for doing.
He is so not self-aware.
Doing this. Yes, that's the point. They can't take out Abdul, so they have to do everything in their power to make sure that, like, I don't do what I've been doing again and again and again. The problem for all of you is that I'm a fucking psycho.
Whoa.
Yeah, calm down there, fucking. That's some shit from The Shining right there.
He's a psycho. Watch out, guys. He's going, Demon Time. Big bad Hasan here. Big bad psychopath. You don't want to mess with this guy. We are all terrified of his psychopathy. God damn. Dude, I swear he gets so mad at the most justified criticism. Of course you're gonna get a backlash for associating with people. You framed 9/11 on your wall. Hello? Where is the self-awareness? Can't expect much from a self-admitted psycho. Straight to the folder. So then he says that he always sticks by his morals. He's just such a good guy, guys.
I'm an unbelievably stubborn person. So if you think this is going to discourage me, you're fucking wrong. I'm super hard-headed. I don't give a shit, okay? I have my moral convictions, and I'm unbelievably stubborn, and I've always been steadfast. So go ahead. Make me the fucking sin eater of every campaign. I'll tank it. Someone has to do the agitative propaganda, and that person who sticks their fucking head out, that person is always going to get punished. So it's up to you to look at that punishment and say, I know what this is. This is bullshit. I know what this guy fucking believes. Or it's up.
Deport him. Deport this fucking asshole. Why have we not deported people like this already? It's obvious what they're doing. The people in fucking Republican positions, they're either so stupid they're not seeing any of this shit that they should be doing this, or they're in on it.
To you to say, no, I'm actually a dumb fucking sheep moron who saw all of the negative coverage and got duped by it. Okay, well, next time you'll get duped for another candidate too.
Oh, he's so mad.
You got fooled. You got fooled by some slaptubers. Guys, the 50 million tweets were all out of context. How could you be such sheep? As he's talking to an audience of complete sheeps. I really love this new anime arc he's on, right? Just pretending to be this psychopath. Pretending to be this guy with just like all the best morals. I'm just such a good guy, such a nice person. Everybody's just after me, guys. So it turns out Hasan's worst nightmare happened. A black politician actually called him out for being a divisive...
But he's said before that he doesn't like black people, so...
person. And we all know what he thinks about that.
Yeah.
Black people care about the border. I don't give a fuck what black people care about. Do establishment Democrats talk about anything other than Hasan at this point? Do they really have any policies to run on? Yeah. Oh, this was Francesca Hong's opponent, David Crowley. This is what he had to say about me.
Yesterday in Milwaukee County, Hong held a rally with Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and Hasan Piker. In June, when Hong appeared on Piker's show as part of a fundraiser, you issued a statement.
Is that Tazon Day? No.
Statement criticizing that decision.
Well, I'll draw the line where we are making statements where we're making statements that divide. I don't think that, I think that everybody has the right to say whatever they want. I believe in the First Amendment. But I do believe that when you're a community leader, when you're
Which
an
First
elected
Amendment?
leader, who you lend credibility to matters. And so we can build the broadest coalition without necessarily needing credibility to people who, in my personal opinion, is not doing any good or moving our party forward, is only focusing on dividing us, even within the Democrat Party. And so for me, I draw the line on
he's exactly right.
Who speak destruction into reality. I draw the line on those who want to continue to divide our entire country and who don't see the big picture. How do we create...
What do you think Hasan's response is going to be? Is he going to laugh about it and not address it and not deny it? I wonder.
More unity. And so that's really where I draw the line.
Yeah, he says, speak destruction into reality. I'm Thanos, dude. I don't think anyone that I don't know, that I will openly admit I don't know, I would be comfortable saying, is speaking destruction into reality. Okay? Like I'm some kind of alchemist. Like I'm some kind of wizard person, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm using my magic speech powers to destroy reality, as he says.
Dude, of course he's gonna play dumb. You do speak destruction into reality.
I was right. Well, I mean, obviously, because it's so easy to predict.
Advocating violence and justifying murder is speaking destruction. Because obviously from your clips you support terrorists and therefore encourage terrorism, which is destruction. Yeah, I don't think playing dumb is gonna work, dude. Maybe you should listen to minorities telling you, dividing people as a whole. But apparently, only woke when convenient, guys. When a minority disagrees with them, oh, suddenly they're the bad guys. Apparently good minorities, bad minorities, Now click this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Yep. I'm just gonna say one more time, deport them. Just deport them, all of the commies. Get them out. They don't need to be here.